Hello everybody, welcome to this special edition of the PowerPoint presentation. This is most popular in the outside world. It's about setting up a business and creating a business plan. It's about the steps you need to create your own business, like for example, your executive summary, your introduction and background, your finance information, and your marketing plan. And then how it impacts the setting up a business and what are the advantages of sole traders and public and private sector limited companies. So now I'm going to go in my slideshow tab and then present my title page from the beginning. Setting up a business and creating a business plan. Okay, we're going to start off with setting up a business. There are many different types of businesses in Ireland. They can be separated in two main ways. Public sector. These are organisations owned by local or national government. Profits are used within the organisation. Now here comes the private sector. These are businesses owned by private individuals and they keep any profits. This slide is called Business Organisations in Ireland. That's the image of the public sector. And this is the image of the private sector. The individual is owning his profits and his business. And it's not regulated by the government or by the markets. Okay, let's go to the next slide. This is called the sectors of the Irish economy. Three types of sectors in the Irish economy. The first heading is primary. It includes extractive industries such as mining, fishing, agriculture and forestry. The second heading is secondary. Includes all construction, processing and manufacturing. The third one is tertiary. Includes all other sectors such as services and tourism. So that's the three headings of the Irish economy. Let's go to the next slide. These are companies that are based on the enterprises, and this slide is called state-owned enterprises. State-owned enterprises are set up, owned, financed, and controlled by the government. Each state-owned enterprise has a board of directors who reports to government ministers. Any profits go back to the government while they are also responsible for any losses in the business. Example of these include the EAE, RTE and Bus Air. These are Irish companies in Ireland that own their enterprises. Okay, going to the next slide. This slide is called Indigenous firms. An Indigenous firms is one which is set up and owned by Irish people. Enterprise Ireland are responsible for the development of Irish business. They provide grants and business support to encourage more people to set up companies in Ireland. For small businesses under 10 staff, a company can go to a local enterprise board for support, like for example Fingal Enterprise Board, City of Dublin Enterprise Board and Meath Enterprise Board, EDC. Right, let's move on to the next slide. These are called types of businesses in private sector. Number 1 is sole trader. Number 2 is partnership. Number 3 is private limited company. Number 4 is public limited company. Number 5 is cooperative, and number 6 is franchise. Those are the 6 types of businesses on the private sector. Okay, now we're going to go and start off with sole trader. The sole trader. A sole trader is any person who sets up, owns, and runs on their own business. It suits people setting up a small business who wants to keep it small and retain total control. Examples include farmers, local hairdressers or barbers, newsagents, etc. So that's what sole traders is about. Okay, next slide. This should be telling us more about sole traders. It's the formation of sole trader. There are practically no legal requirements for setting up as a sole trader. The owner must register the name of the business registration office, registrar of business names if it is different to the owner's name. This is easily completed by logging into www.cro.ie and following the instructions from here. Name will be linked and official documentation as being a sole trader under a different entity, like for example, Bradley Connie Good Thinking Company. Business must also register with the revenue for tax purpose to your own form. Okay, next slide. Sole trader is about finance. It is difficult for a sole trader to raise finance. Usually they provide the capital needed themselves in the form of savings or borrowings from family, friends, or a bank loan. They may also need to seek a government grant. So that's how you handle finance when it comes to sole traders. Now, next slide. This is the advantages of sole traders. A sole trader is the most basic business set up and involves no legal registration requirements before setting up. The owner keeps all the money earned so that there is a great incentive to work hard. It is confidential, like for example, do not need to publish accounts. Maintain full control of your business and meaning decisions can be made very quickly. Those are the main points of advantages of a sole trader. Next slide is going to be the disadvantages of sole trader. I'll present this slide and then present the next slide in the next video. So what are the disadvantages of a sole trader? It has unlimited liability. This means that if the company fails and has outstanding debts, the sole trader will be forced to sell personal assets to repay the debts, like for example house, car, etc. Sole trader may not possess all the skills or motivation necessary to make the business a success. Can involve very long hours with little reward, hard to raise the finance or capital, and can be very lonely. So that's the disadvantages of a sole trader. Okay, I'm going to check the accessibilities on the slides. Sole trader. Click End punctuation mark. Okay, I'm going to end the punctuation mark. And then the disadvantages of sole trader. Okay, that's it. Percent. Slide number 12 is going to be about partnership formation. So I'll explain that in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed it so far. It is interesting how to set up a business in Ireland and how to, well, not yet, to set up a business plan. That'll be in later in the presentation, but it's mainly about what about setting up a business is so far. Sole traders. So that's sole traders over, and then the next slide is now going to be about partnership. So stay tuned for partnership, and then I'll present about that, and then I'll continue this presentation in the next video. So thank you all for watching this. Have a good day and enjoy your weekend. Adios.